and welcome! So, today I want to talk about how I met my best friend in the world. Because that's a really interesting story. It all began at archery camp following 6th grade, and it was a kind of weird camp because we all lived in this building. There were probably 15 to 25 kids at that camp. And we all lived in this building where there was one bedroom per floor. So it was like a really tall building, but there was only one room per floor. So it was like a really tall, skinny building that we were all staying at. And it was in the middle of nowhere. And so each bedroom accommodated 3 to 5 people, and so I was in this room with 3 other people. And there we had an activity in the morning where we met the people that we were supposed to be camping with. And we introduced ourselves, and we had to say our names and something that started with the first letter of our names. And so I said my name was Marcus, and something that started with also an M is the Mayflower, because that's the thing I chose. And one of the other kids was named Tom, and he said he liked thunder. And I remember thinking it was weird that he chose one that didn't have the same, sound, because it started with a TH, not a T. Anyway, that's not important. One guy said his name was Michael, and he said that something that started with M also was Marcus, and I was like, and that made me a little bit uncomfortable. But, I don't really know why. I was in 6th grade, and I wasn't very smart at that point. And then the other guy introduced himself as Zeef. Yep, that's spelled Z-I-E-F. And he said that something else that starts with Z is the zoo. And so we did some stuff. I don't remember very well, to be honest. But then we all went to our bed, in the evening after dinner and stuff. And we decided it was actually Zeef suggested that we stay up and tell horror stories. And somehow, for some reason, the group decided that I should go first. And I didn't know any horror stories, so I tried to make one up. And I was like, once upon a time there were some people, and then the thunder crashed, and I had no idea what I was doing. I'm not saying that I'm good at telling horror stories now from scratch, but it was a pretty bad story that I told. And at the end, the boys were like, wow, that was a terrible story. They were kind of mean about it, to be honest. And then Zeef was gonna go, and he told us this story about a doll who ate people or something, and I'm thinking about it now, and it didn't make any freaking sense. But it was so scary. This was so scary that I wet my bed that night in 6th grade. I wet my bed in 6th grade because of how scary Zeef's story was. And so we woke up a little bit early, and I woke up and I looked over, and Zeef was just lying there in bed. just lying there, not like reading a book or anything, but he had his little flashlight and he was just sort of like switching it on and off. And I was like, oh no, I wet my bed. That's really embarrassing. And because, I mean, 6th grade. That's kind of embarrassing to wet your bed in 6th grade. So I got up and I tried to creep out. And Zeef was like, yo. He didn't say yo. He was like, where are you going? And I was like, nowhere. And I ran away. And then I went to the bathroom and I tried to clean myself up a little bit, and I went back and Zeef was standing there and he was like, you wet your bed. And I was like, no, I spilled water on it. And he was like, there's no water in here. You wet your bed. I smelled it, it's pee. And I was like, why would you smell my pee? And then then he was like, it's okay, I won't tell anyone. And that's why he's my best friend now. That's not true. He's my best friend because he's a cool person. Also, it turned out later that his name was not Zeef. His name was Ben Zerbuck. So that was super weird. He was just lying about his name, but now he's my best friend. We go to school together, and he's a great person. Not the type to... I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so he's my best friend, and that was a weird story, and, you have a great day.